The following podcast is with Waseem, one of the most talented Brawl Stars content creators and a member of Tribe Gaming. Today we have our third episode after 6 month break, and with not some random guy, but with Waseem. What's up?
Hello.
Yeah, I've contacted you just yesterday, and today you're already on my podcast, so really nice to see you. And the first question I would like to ask you is about your name and how you started to play BS in general.
Okay. So my name is Waseem. It's just my real name. So that's that. And then for Brawl Stars, I play Clash of Clans, and I watch Chief Pat. So I watched him play Clash Royale, and then he made a video about Brawl Stars beta coming out. So I got the beta with some Canadian Apple ID, and then just started playing from there.
That's nice to hear. So your inspiration was basically Chief Pat, right?
Yeah.
Was your inspiration Chief Pat as well? And has he helped you in starting your YouTube channel?
Um. I mean, anyone I really watched helped me to start my YouTube channel because just watching them, because I used to make like random Clash of Clans videos. Like I made like just random things. Like on Valentine's Day, I did something with like a hog rider and some other brawler and stuff. That's something like Chief Pat would do. But other than that, but those videos are trashy. But when it gets to Brawl Stars, I was mainly inspired by like Wonder Brad and even Nubs at the time, and then Nubs 3, and then just other YouTubers I watched like Mr. Beast and those types of people. And that's how I made my videos.
I see. So how many years are you on YouTube?
I don't know. I think maybe 2 years.
Oh, so you've just it's like your first channel and everything is like clear, like it's your original channel which you started, right?
Yeah.
Well, nice to hear that because many success stories. There are like people with 8 channels, with 5 channels who grinded throughout the years, like 5, 10 years,
Yeah.
and finally, yeah, made it up. And you're probably the first guy who I hear who succeeded with the first channel right up, like straight up.
Yeah,
How do
I
you
know.
succeed so fast?
Say that one more time.
How do you succeed so fast? What's your secret or your secret formula, or how do you make it?
Yeah. I think the reason it usually takes people a long time, or like, I feel like it's a new meta YouTube nowadays, but I'm saying before it took people a long time because they've just made like Let's Plays and stuff. And eventually, like from the popularity of the game, they eventually get popular. Not necessarily because their video is really entertaining. But so that's how they eventually grow and become massive. So for me though, yeah, I didn't really take like a slow route because the videos that I made weren't just like, Let's Play Brawl Stars episode 1. It was like I made videos that took a lot of time, and I try to optimize the videos to be as entertaining as possible so that there's no wasted time in the video where it's boring or it's not necessary. Like every second I try to be like, okay, this needs to be in the video. And so I made videos like that. I made videos like that, and then boom, bada bing, they just got views, and then yeah, that's how it happened.
So, have you planned on this whole success? Was it an overnight story, or how did you become? What are the steps that make you successful? I would say.
Yeah, I guess I should also mention it's not just because I made good videos. Like I also felt like I did a good job at like putting myself in the community. So like I edited for Coach Corey, which helped me get a little bit of connection. But I also edited for Lex, which I think was the greatest connection because I was able to connect with tribe creators and stuff like that. So that was really helpful to just be in the community. So just people just knew like just heard my name, and so that helped me to grow. I think a little bit more. And I didn't really have a strategy. I was just making videos while I was in high school in like 11th and 12th grade. And then eventually I was like, like I'm looking at these Brawl Stars creators. Like I feel like I can make better videos. Like I think I can make videos that people would rather watch than the other videos that are already out. And so I was like, okay. And I just made those videos that I thought would be better. And then eventually they did perform pretty well. So I don't really think I have a strategy. It was just I just kind of I don't know, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, I understand apparently what you want to say. I think it's really your story is really really important to for people to know, because there is no like you're really differentiate from the other people who succeed, especially in the BS area. And what's more interesting for me is how you connected from the start with many tribe creators. As you mentioned, you looked up on Chief Pads, you looked up on Noobstree, and you were editing for Coach. No, who you mentioned you were editing for?
Coach Corey and Lex.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so how do you make these connections with tribe creators?
For Coach Corey, I just applied through one of his applications, and then he just messaged me 1 week later on Discord, and then started editing for him like that. For Lex, I think he just saw one of my videos that I posted on my channel, and eventually I got a message from him randomly, and he was like, "Hey, like I have this video idea that I want to do. Would you want to edit it?" And it was one of his like Brawl Stars stereotypes videos, and so I did that. Back then, I was actually editing on my phone, but he didn't actually. It's funny because he didn't know that. So once I video was pretty much done, that's when I told him, and he was like, "What the heck?" But yeah, I think he just saw my edits and just messaged me, and then boom, that's how I got connected with him.
Yeah, that's actually a funny story. That yeah, out of like that you. I mean, probably most of YouTubers started from phone, from editing, because you can get a pretty decent quality by not having a really big budget. Was it always hard for you to make long videos and interesting at the same time? Because I understand that you put a lot of work. And was it your goal from the start to make such time consuming and effort consuming videos or not?
Yeah, I think it was my goal from the start. Like just big spectacle videos. Like even like 2 years ago, I made a video like, well, I was supposed to be I opened 1,000 brawl boxes, but I accidentally lost the recording, so the title is actually I lost 1,000 brawl boxes. But pretty much like even from the beginning, I knew that I wanted to make like big numbers, big type of videos. And because I knew that, and that's the advice I'd give to any new creator is like, I don't know, like I hate to say this because like a lot of the YouTubers that we watched growing up didn't do it this way, but I'm saying for now, like for this current age, or at least if you want to grow quickly, you should make videos that are real. Like one big best video is way better than 10 small videos. Like doesn't matter if you post daily. Instead of wasting your time posting daily, just post one insanely high effort, unique, never before done in the community video, and like people have to watch it. Like if it's that good, so that's what I'd say, and so that's what I did.
Yeah, that's something similar I've heard from big creators, even as big as Mr. Beast. So your strategy makes sense. Not only that you followed it, but your success as well, and the fact that it took you only 2 years to reach at the point you are right now. So how do you come up with these ideas that they're new ones, but at the same time they're kind of interesting, because there are no much things left in the BS sphere, I would say.
Yeah, I usually come up with ideas just by watching other YouTube. I watched a lot of YouTube growing up, so I just kind of had ideas of what were interesting. But even now, like if I need ideas, I'll just watch maybe other Minecraft YouTubers or just other random whatever YouTube videos and just think about how could I make this into Brawl Stars, or how could I make this in my own way. That's usually the main way. Other ideas maybe just randomly come up. But yeah, the main way is just from other videos that I've watched, and I just write the bunch of ideas down until I narrow them down into like maybe 3 or 4 of the favorites, and then that's how I find my ideas.
So you basically take inspiration from others and try to imply something yours, something new, so it becomes a new idea, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the way most of YouTubers operate, and that makes sense. I actually wanted to ask you about the phone. You've told me previously that you were starting editing from phone. So is there a huge difference between a professional setup, which I believe you have right now, and between your setup which you had when you were starting your career? So is there a big difference, and how, and if yes, how big is it?
So with your phone, you could still make a 1 million view video like easily. Not easily, but like obviously you still can. In terms of having a career or posting frequently, it is really helpful to have a computer, to have a lot of storage, to have just like a setup. Because before I would have to always like I'd have to pull out my chair, pull out my desk because I didn't have a desk. I just had a bed and so I pull out my desk and I have to pull out my MacBook and stack up things to make my face cam, and so I had to keep doing that every video. So it takes longer. And then with the editing, of course, it is a little bit longer. I felt like I got pretty optimized with my editing on my phone to the fact that it was pretty quick because like I just was like a master at my editing software on my phone. It was called LumaFusion. But anyways, it still is pretty slow because now compared to having a computer, I like it could be really quick with all the shortcuts and stuff that you could do. So it's in terms of having a career on YouTube, I would say it's a big deal to have a good setup. In terms of getting your start, I would say it's completely fine to just start with the phone. Um, but just recognize, yeah, it might take some time to learn the editing on the phone, and so I don't know, but yeah.
So would you say that there are drastic differences, or you could still, for example, be at almost your level, still with phone and not having a professional setup? Would you say so?
It's technically possible. Um, like I'm sure there are people who just edit on their phone who have 300,000 subscribers. You could easily do it with shorts, like short videos. A lot of channels are just shorts channels, and they have over, a million or even more than 500,000. So it's possible. For me though, I don't know. Like I don't think I could have reached this point and gotten all these view videos if I was on my phone. These videos would have been really hard to record.
Yeah, I see. I mean, yeah,
And
the shorts creators are great unless they upload rank ups. But yeah, that's totally different topic, I would say. So while you were like editing from your phone, was it were you accepted to Tribe Gaming while you were coding and editing on your phone? And if not, then how does all this thing happen with the Tribe Gaming and you?
so no, I wasn't accepted in Tribe Gaming while I was still editing on my phone. While I was editing for Lex, I told him how I'm editing on my phone, and we tried to edit. I tried to be his editor while on my phone, but I told him like, yeah, like because Lex has big files, and sometimes he records with other people, and it's really hard to handle all that on a phone. So I was just telling him that like, yeah, I probably can't do some of these videos that you're sending me. So he actually offered to like loan me a MacBook, a laptop, um, and that is how I got started on editing on a computer. And so once I was able to edit on computer, I was able to, continue to make videos more frequently and maybe a little better quality. And then that helped me to get noticed by Tribe, I think. And it was also helpful that Lex was in Tribe because as I got closer with him, he was able to put in some good words for me, I think. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I see. Not an easy road at all, I would say. Yeah, through going through editing from phone, struggling, and after, yeah, thanks to Lex, you've got actually something better than a phone, and yeah, through hard work, you've kind of fast, in my opinion, you became a tribe content creator. Since you've succeeded so many things already, what are your plans, at least on YouTube?
Hmm. My plans, I would really like to ideally like long term goal would be like the biggest mobile gaming YouTuber. If I look at mobile gaming YouTubers, like I don't know that many. I asked OJ who's the biggest. He said him at one point, but and then a couple of months later, I remember he said someone else, maybe who doesn't speak English. So like in terms of mobile gaming creators, there's not that many out there that are at the top. So I think I could reach that point. The only thing is though, I really want like in order to do that, I need to post other games. And so that would be my future plans is to post other games other than Brawl Stars and no longer be a Brawl Stars creator, but be a mobile gaming creator. But I really don't know how that's exactly gonna work.
So
I
you
really
don't
don't
have.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I really don't know how it's gonna work, but that's what my goal is, to be able to post a variety of games.
So you basically don't have a like final goal, right? After which you'll be like totally completed, totally like fine with everything. You don't have to like.
Well, I just want my channel to be sustainable. Like right now, it's sustainable, sure, but it's all dependent on Brawl Stars. I would like the channel, I would be pretty, be able to be pretty calm if like if my channel was kind of dependent on any game that I play, because then it doesn't matter. Brawl Stars goes away, I could play another game. So that would be really nice. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm fine. I'm not worried. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I understand you totally. Yeah, you want your channel to grow and understand your awareness of how BS will like grow or fall. Like it's very it's you can't really predict the future, and I understand the stability you want to have. Talking about stability, you are mostly famous by your videos, by your long videos. But a few months ago, you started streaming. So, what are your plans on streaming? And are you taking it seriously? Is it just some chill streams for the viewers, or what's your view on the streams on your channel?
I think it would be super fun to like stream like a lot, but like it's kind of weird on YouTube because I don't want it to like it kind of like shows up as a video and it like I don't know, I don't know, it probably doesn't do anything, but I don't want it to mess up anything if I just stream every day and get 20,000 views a stream. Like I'm down to do that, but I don't know if it's gonna mess up anything. But in terms, so what I've been doing is just like streaming. I've been streaming videos, but I'm actually probably gonna stop doing that because I just don't enjoy it. I can't focus on the chat and the video at the same time. So I'm probably not gonna do streaming videos anymore, although I have done that before. Instead, I'll probably do just like maybe if I just want to stream like the challenge that's in Brawl Stars right now or something, I'll just stream that for fun and stuff like that. That's really all I've got for streaming.
So, would you consider streaming on other platforms than YouTube, or you want to focus on totally on your YouTube channel and your content you're making right now?
I want to focus on YouTube only.
Yeah, I see you've already progressed a lot and don't want to leave it like that.
Yeah.
So you're aware of the algorithm, or what generally is your main concern about streaming on YouTube?
Just I just don't know because even when you search up Waseem, like it just starts popping up like my streams, and like I don't know, I don't want that to be the first thing someone sees. Even though most people aren't gonna be searching up Waseem, but like YouTube treats it like a video kind of, and I don't know, I don't like that because with my videos I'm so perfectionist that I want all of my content to be like high quality, and so my streams I can't make them high quality every single time. It would burn me out. So if YouTube is treating it like a video, I just that's just I'm just cautious about it, even though it probably isn't a big deal, and I could probably stream every day, and it wouldn't make a difference. Another thing is I don't want people to I don't want people to just like I feel like there's an aspect of YouTube where the way people see you or like your brand, right, or something like that. So if someone sees my channel right now, they'll see a bunch of high view videos and like high effort. Okay, this was Waseem's brand. But if I just start posting live streams every single day, it kind of might taint my brand or something. I don't know if it will, but like people will just be like, "Oh, this guy just streams normal, and he isn't really unique," you know. So
Yeah,
that's
yes.
another thing.
So you just don't want to mess up the content. You don't want to mix it up and like make content which differentiates too much with each other. I see. Yeah, that's it. That's your channel, and I can understand why you want to focus on one trajectory, one type of content. So you'll be known like Wasim the filmmaker about Brawl Stars, maybe in the future about other games. What are your opinion on other games besides Brawl Stars? What are you interested in general?
Um, I mainly play mobile games, and if I was to play another game on the channel, probably be this game called Bloons Tower Defense 6 because community is almost the same size as Brawl Stars, and there is no creator on Bloons right now that is making videos like the ones I make, so I could easily fill that niche. And so I think that's what I would go for. There's not that many options. Like I could do Clash Royale, but I don't know if I really like Clash Royale, or like I could make 1 or 2 videos on Clash Royale, but I don't know if I could make a bunch. So those are the 2 games I'm thinking. Maybe even a Minecraft Pocket Edition video because I have an idea. But again, I can only make like 1 video on that I have an idea. I can't really make consistent. So maybe that's what I'll do. Like I'll mainly be Brawl Stars, and then I'll just pop in a Minecraft video in between, or pop in a Clash Royale or pop in a Bloons, and that's pretty much my thoughts on other games.
Yeah, I see. So your main characteristic that for the game to qualify, let's say, that it has to be a mobile game, like 100%, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I could do PC, but there's not really any. If there's like a new game that comes out like Fortnite when it first blew up, maybe I'll try, but probably not. Like I'll probably stick to mobile.
Yeah, and I understand. Yeah, since you've already built your fame on mobile games and especially browsers, yeah, there is no big need to switch up so much. I see that you upload pretty rarely comparing to other browsers creators, even from Try, for example. What is the thing that takes so much time for your videos? Is it editing? Is it coming up with ideas? And what's the hardest part of making a video of yours?
Honestly, it's probably just conceptualizing the video, like coming up with the idea. Like sure, I can come up with a title, or maybe like even that takes time. But like I'm talking about like if I'm gonna get a rank 35 Doug, I need to think about what can I do to make this interesting. Okay, I'm gonna eat a hot dog for every loss. Okay, but that's kind of hard. Like, is that gonna be possible? Like every loss? So I need to think about, okay, what else could I do? Maybe every hour. Every hour I eat a hot dog. Oh, is that too long though? Maybe I should do every 30 minutes. And then these things take time to think about, and um, it's like stuff like that, and then just being like, okay, what else could I do to make the video interesting, and just thinking about that, and I have to think about the thumbnail. What could I do to make the thumbnail good? And once I think about what it could do, now I have to actually go and take the picture and Photoshop it and learn how to actually add this thing. And so all that stuff takes time. But in terms of actually and the recording the video does take time too. But like I love recording. Like I love recording the video, recording for other people's channels. Like I love recording, but um, I can't really start recording until I've come up with the idea completely and know exactly what the intro is going to be, what am I going to do throughout the video to keep it interesting, what's the payoff at the end. I need to have that all ready before I even start recording. And so that takes time, and then recording takes probably second most time, and then editing takes probably third most time, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So yeah, there are pretty much a lot of things combined which make the video maybe not delay, but it requires a lot of time to make it, let's say.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to kind of make my videos more simpler, like more like a pattern rather than trying to make something brand new every single time. I'm hoping that I'll start to make like series or like something that kind of is repeatable so that it doesn't take as long. And so that's kind of hopefully what will happen soon.
Yeah, by looking at your channel, you make an impression of a very active, positive, and explosive person. Although BS isn't really doing that good, especially the last few years after coronavirus, it's only went down. What are your thoughts on Brawl Stars, about its future? Whether it will be fine in some period of time? Will it die eventually? What are your thoughts on the future of Brawl Stars?
I think Brawl Stars is pretty good game. It's really good that the developers are good. Like, man, I feel like we have some of the best developers. Like, I don't know anything about developing games or anything, but just from my experience, like these people really interactive, really helpful with anything I need, or in the community, of course, to help the community. Of course, they're not perfect and they probably make mistakes sometimes, but they're pretty solid. So I have trust in them to keep the game pretty good and not to throw it away. The only concern is eventually maybe just the gameplay just gets stale, or the gameplay just like it's just over time games just decay. Like there's nothing that Brawl Stars can really do. At least I don't think. to make it completely new or brand new, like unless like a 5v5 mode or something, like to make it, I don't know, something like that. So in terms of that, I think Brawl Stars is fine. It probably will last a good amount of more years, and I trust Supercell to take care of it. So I feel pretty comfortable being a Brawl Stars creator right now. I don't really have a fear that it's gonna die next year or something like that, you know.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't make me the impression as well of a game which is gonna die tomorrow. Although the stats are showing that it's going down, even though it's not going down drastically, it's going little bit by years. But still, it's kind of concerning. And due to this fact, many people are switching either type of content. Some people totally switch up type of content they make. Some people switch games. Some other retire. That's why I'm asking, because many people are worried about it, and you personally are not looking forward to live in the next few years, right?
So say that last part one more time.
You're not looking forward to live from Brawl Stars community and from content creation for like the next years, right?
No, I don't think so. No. If anything, I'll just start mixing in some other games and see how those perform, those videos perform, and we'll go from there. But I think I'll be with Brawl Stars for a good while, probably.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand your point. I mean, we never know the future, and being always aware of what can happen, it's good. But yeah, I also love BS. I played since global launch, and I really believe that even though there are some bad updates, even though there are like some really sometimes that game really hurts. For example, with the $2 offer, even though it made a lot of hype, it really damaged the game, in my opinion. Like, do you think this type of glitches help the game, or do they damage it?
The $40 or a thing?
Yeah, with the $2 when you've
Oh
got the
yeah.
140 boxes and other stuff happen. But what's your opinion on glitches? Do they help the game, or the opposite?
That one probably isn't great because like the economy of the game or something. I don't really know how all that stuff works, but I actually really like glitches because it's really good for content. And I just think it's actually just fun to play as well. Like whenever there's something in a game that I can abuse, I want to play that game way more. Like remember Map Maker when I got trophies? I was not playing Brawl Stars anymore. Like that was the time when I was playing Brawl Stars the most because like every single day I was like, what's the new map gonna be that I can maybe like cheese some trophies on it or something. And so I was playing a lot. So I really like glitches. I think they're in OJ's videos. We're getting so many views during the time. Like, so there, I don't know. You know, it depends on the situation. But like, if a new brawler comes out and it's broken, it's like it's good content and I don't know, stuff like that. And I even don't even think it's just good content. I think it's also just fun time in the game. Like I think I would want to get the new brawler and stuff. Even though I know it's like bad. It's like, oh, you get a new brawler, then they nerf it after. But yeah, it's a balance, but I kind of like, yeah, when the game's glitched or something. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, so you're ready to grind if there is any glitch. You can not only abuse, but like take like make some fun of it, like make some content and enjoy it in general all the time. Like it will be in the game, because obviously Supercell are gonna fix the things they have issues with. So you're trying always to step in the moment and try to get as much as you can from the glitch, from the bugs, from whatever like issues have the game, which you can make content from, right?
Yeah, but realistically with my videos, like they take like 3 weeks to make. So like I'm gonna be 3 weeks late to anything that comes. But it depends. Maybe it depends on what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, from what I see on not only your channel but from the things you've said, I see that you are really like not only your channel you're giving a lot of time, but in general you're like really active. You're participating in others' videos, like in other content creators' videos, in Tribe Gaming's videos, and I'm wondering, how is your private life going? Like, do you think that you could have a private life? Do you have? Are you fulfilled with gaming and what you do right now?
Um, yeah, I think Private life is fine. I spend my time when I spend all that time recording, and I have a lot of time to spend on other people's videos and stuff. And yeah, I usually have a lot of free time. Not free time, like time that I could choose to do whatever if I want to record, if I want to do something else. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really know what like exactly the question, but
My
yeah.
question is like, do you have time not only for relationships, but with all the things you make? Do you have times for family? Because not only family and friends, but ERL friends. Because since you're like that invested into the game and to making really great content, do you have time for yourself? And yeah, and if yes, how do you manage this time so you don't lack in any area? Let's say.
hmm Yeah, I think I have time for like my relationships and things like that. Um, because with this, yeah, with YouTube, you could choose when you want to work, what you want to work, how much you want to work. So if there's ever anything that our family's doing, I can always be like, okay, like let's go. Um, and I just have to make sure that I structure my time, um, to make sure that I don't waste it, you know. So yeah, just having like a schedule for the day, always knowing exactly what I'm gonna do today, helps to make sure that nothing's lacking in any area of my life.
Yeah, and additional question to this, like, do you ever feel burnout, or do you ever feel like you've kind of tired of editing, of making videos, of recording, and all the stuff?
The only time I don't like to work or something is when I'm just like stuck on like when there's like a million possibilities. Like I can't decide on something like maybe for a thumbnail or when I'm coming up with an idea. Like when I'm just like overwhelmed with all the possible routes I could take to make this video, I'm just like sometimes I just like I like my brain just like fizzes out. Like I don't want to think about this anymore. Like I just want to go just play a game or something just to relax because like I don't want to think about you know I have this thumbnail idea, but maybe there's a better way. Maybe there's like something I'm missing. Maybe I just need to go through my list of Brawl Stars myths, and maybe there's another like another myth that's more enticing, and then sometimes that like trying to get the perfect one, the best option, like makes me like okay, I'm burnt out. Like I don't want to do this, which I've had to kind of get. I mean, I've gotten advice from OJ that like 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So he's basically telling me only put 20% effort in and you'll get 80% of results. If you want to get 100% results, then you're going to have to put way more effort in than 20%. So basically, I've been doing that. Like I've been putting 100% of my effort to get 100% results kind of, but like it's not really worth it. I could just get 80% results with just a little bit of effort. So like I've been trying to do that more where I'm just like, okay, I have this thumbnail idea. Maybe it's not the best one, but it's pretty good. So I'm gonna just go with it. I've had a hard time before of just thinking like that, but I've been trying to do that more. Or even when I'm recording, I'm like recording a myth. I'm like, maybe I could record this to make it look easier or like not be confusing, and I should say it a different way, and waste another 15, 30 minutes on do like fixing it, whatever. But I've been trying to be like, no, whatever. I'm just gonna just go with it, send it to the editor, and just be done. So that's something, yeah.
That's a quite interesting quote from OG. Yeah, that 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort you put in. I haven't personally thought of it like this, that you don't necessarily need to put all your effort you can to get some really good results.
Yeah,
And
like
last question, yeah.
OJ perfectly embodies that. Like, I'll be spending like countless hours like making my thumbnail the perfect thing, and I sometimes see him make thumbnails. Maybe when I'm like with him in Austin, Texas, or something, and he just like he just takes a picture or whatever, like just puts his face in it. It doesn't even like make it look like perfectly cropped or whatever, and I see like a little bit of white marks and stuff. It's just, but it's fine because like it doesn't really matter. You could just post it and it'll still get views, and no one really cares that much. Like, yeah, maybe it'll decrease views a little bit. People will be like, okay, this isn't the best quality, but like it really doesn't matter. Like you still get 80% results. So he lives by that, and I'm just like every time I see that, I'm just like, oh, I need to start doing that because it's not sustainable to try to do everything perfect. You need to start putting out, content. So it means you just need to kind of just do the best that you can and not worry about making it perfect.
Yeah, and the last things you said, yeah, actually can be a showcase to the younger audience who want to start on YouTube, that they don't necessarily need to put all the free time into content creation. They can do it while being at school, being in university, other stuff. You've started in 11th grade, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I understand now how would you put the 20% effort and still get pretty solid results if you really try to with the resources you have. And I am actually interested about at which point you personally have made it for yourself, at which point you were like not celebrating, but you were secure in that you're gonna follow this YouTube path. I would say even make it as a living, make YouTube videos as a living, and you could focus on it. At which point you were like, yes, I can make YouTube videos as a living.
I think when I joined Tribe, I was thinking that because I just knew I'd have sponsorships coming in. I would have people I could talk to when I need, be around, the top creators in the world for mobile. And at that time, I was making a good amount of money from YouTube. So at that point, when I joined Tribe, I was like, all right, like this is really nice.
Yeah, that's inspiring to hear. And what would be one advice you would give, not to younger self, as many people would say, but to someone who's trying to make it, and especially on Brawl Stars, because we don't have many new content, and besides making something unique, something with very very high effort, what is something an advice which a lot of people miss out on, but it's really really important to not only to listen to, but which is something really important which nobody talks about, I would say. What do you think?
Hmm. Let me think. Maybe I'll think about it a little more. But one thing I could say is you should try. Like it would be really good for you if you make with your videos if you make your title and your thumbnail before recording anything. Because based on that, if you could look at that title and thumbnail and think this is a banger, like this is clickable, like people can't scroll past this, then you could go and worry about making the video. But if you spend all that time making the video and then you're trying to make your thumbnail and you're like, well, this doesn't look that nice, like this doesn't look that interesting, like I would scroll past this. Now you just wasted all your time making that video and it's not going to do well because it's not clickable. So that's something that I would say that a lot of people don't do. They always just record and then they make the title and the thumbnail after. I would say do the thumbnail and the title first, and don't be afraid to spend a lot of time on that, and to make it really nice and yeah, concise.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I could think about. Yeah.
in my opinion, yeah, that's a really underrated thing. And if you don't have an experience of content creation, that's something which will come up with experience. But yeah, you've nailed it, I would say, with this advice. That's something really which can be not only mind changing, but it can change your perspective on how you view not only your video but others' videos and how they make them, I would say. And that applies to bigger creators as well. At which point you started not only noticing that but doing it, actually implying that?
Let me see. I'm scrolling on my channel so I could see. Um, probably, probably like with my like hardcore series. I think maybe my hardcore Brawl Stars series. I made the title and the thumbnail like before, and then I think I made recorded the video. I think around there. So that, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was probably like around when I started applying that.
Yeah, I see. I've just loaded up your channel. Yeah, I see. And after that, you've had a ton of successful videos, and which only proves that how not only important but how changing it was for your channel. I would say, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you once again for coming today. I would I said you in the start. I would say you once again. It's a pleasure having you today. I didn't expect that I'll have someone like you interviewing, because a year ago I was starting, as you said previously, like I was something in the beginner stage, of YouTube, and it's a real pleasure for me to have a conversation with you today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's a fun conversation.
Yeah. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to Wasim's channel if you somehow don't know about him or have heard about him. He makes, as you've understood, really really high effort videos which must be viewed. So yeah, thanks for viewing this video, and see you in the next podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.